guys, today I'm going to work in my calendar for 2016, and if you don't know about the calendar pages, go to my playlist. That's calendar, I forget what it's called, but the word calendar's in it, so just look for that. And there's two playlists, I think, one for 2015, one for 2016. I'm going to play in the calendar and do the month of July. I'm behind, so I want to catch up because I've been keeping up pretty good, and I just want to make sure I don't get too far behind. So the inspiration page for July, I may do both pages. I may do both of these because I really don't think I'm going to do a lot to them. These pages don't do a lot for me. This one here, this one is my favorite between the two of these, but both of them have a heart. I'm in the mood to play with hearts, so I'm going to probably use some hearts. Anyway, I'm going to start with this page, and this is the inspiration. This is the colors they use and the phrase and everything, and this is the markings from my last year working in my book. So I'm just going to play with that. I really like this stencil look here, and I like this one over here, so I may try to leave those intact, and I may just kind of push this back a little bit, and I maybe bring in some colors to kind of go with what they've got going on up here. I'm not sure until I get started. But the colors I have on my table right now are Apple Barrel, Victorian Green, and Apple Barrel, what's this one? Caribbean. And this one is Folk Art, Caveman Blue. This one is Folk Art Multi-Surface Patina. So that's all I'm using right this minute. I may use some more in a minute, I don't know. But I also have my white gesso and a old gift card for moving paint around, and I'll probably use my finger and maybe a paintbrush. And so far, that's all. And oh, I also have a couple of stencils out that I'm thinking about using. One of them is a Crafters Workshop 6x6 template, and it's just hearts. It's called Mini Basic Hearts. So this one, and I also have out one by Balzer Designs. It's a Crafters Workshop. It's called Mini Trust Your Heart, and it says Trust Your Heart. And the reason I pulled this one out is because this says the purpose of life is to discover your gifts. And I thought Trust Your Heart went really well with it because heart is up here. And I don't know, sometimes you don't know what your gift is. I certainly don't know what all of mine are. I still wonder sometimes, but I think that if you go with what you love, then maybe that's it. I don't know. So I'm going to work on this, so let's get started, and I'll see you back here in a little bit. Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for July and August pages for my calendar art journal book. And I just put gesso on my page and kind of pushed back those colors that I had going on, and I'm just dabbing on some of the paint that I have on my mat. And that little stencil thing I'm using is just from a mini book that I had, and I took the packaging apart and I used the edges of it because I really liked it. So it's a fun piece to use, and it's just a piece of trash that I would have thrown away. So look for things like that when you have things that you're going to use in your art room that you're going to throw away, packaging from things. Look for designs and shapes that maybe could be used for stencils. I'm going to put the extra paint in my paint book. You've seen that before. I'm going to bring in Spa Blue. This is Americana. I decided that I was going to put a few hearts on my page, and originally I was thinking I would use the stencil the way it is and just do all the hearts. But after I got started, I decided not to do that. I just put on, I think, 3 hearts to start in different directions. And I'm using my sponge. It's just a makeup sponge that I dip into my paint and I apply onto my stencil. And then, of course, all the extra paint goes into my paint book, which I love. I think I love my paint book more than my art journals, and it's just full of paint, just messy paint. This is my Peel and Sketch charcoal pencil. I'm going to see if I like it around the heart, around the hearts, but if I don't, I'll switch over to my Stabilo. And the Stabilo is this here, Aquarelle Stabilo. It's a marks all pencil, marks on everything. So I'm just going to trace around the heart with my charcoal pencil, and I really like this charcoal pencil. In fact, I think I'm beginning to like it better than the the Marksaw, the Stabilo pencil. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe the texture, the way it feels, I don't know. But I really enjoy using it. I like how the charcoal did around the hearts, and I love this part down here. I still want to keep it, and I can still see some of my stenciling over here that I like, and even a little bit through the heart, although I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I don't love this part here, and I like this part here okay, but I think I'm going to take my gesso, and I'm going to just try to get rid of some of the background a little bit. I may have to go back in with my pencil again, but that's okay. So I'm going to start taking the gesso and wiping away the things that I don't really want there, pushing them back. And I always wind up using my finger. I think the finger technique is like the best technique in the world. It seems to cover more area faster, and I don't know, I just seem to like the look and the blend better. So I usually wind up getting my fingers messy, even if I don't intend to. And I do bring in my charcoal pencil again and just revamp up those lines that I had that the gesso kind of got on, or that I kind of smeared away. Just darken them up a little bit, give them a little shadowing, a little shading, and a little smearing. I'm going to use my Sharpie poster paint pen and just write in my hearts, because I like to write inside of things, on the outside of things. And after I do that, I am going to take some matte medium by Liquitex, and I am going to go around my hearts on the charcoal so that when I seal my page, they don't smear any more than they already are. And then I'll probably put the stencil on that says Trust Your Heart, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I left this part where I'm going to write in slow motion, just so you could see how I changed the way I hold my pen or marker. I started off to hold it regular like you write, and then I realized, no, I don't want that. I like the messy, scribbly look, so I hold it differently, and it keeps me from writing so perfect. It gives me exactly what I'm looking for, and I just love using that way of writing. So I gave you a little bit of a close-up. Hopefully you were able to see the writing and all that's going on in the background. And now I'm just taking my matte medium and going around the charcoal with a paintbrush to kind of seal that charcoal in. This is just a regular pencil, a regular number 2 pencil. I'm just going to take the regular pencil, and I'm using my left hand and doing writing scribbling marks just for fun. I just put some little scribbles in there with my left hand. Nothing serious. Nothing you can read, that's for sure. I'm going to try this, and then I'll come back in with my other stencil. Okay, I've changed my mind about this stencil that says Trust Your Heart. It's more of a, like an opposite, like negative space stencil, where I have to mess up what I've got going on to get the Trust Your Heart, and I don't want to do that. So I was going to put Trust Your Heart in India ink, but I'm not sure I want to do that either. I might put a little of this on later, but I thought, well, I don't know what I want to do. I was going to write on it, and I thought, no, I don't want to do that. So I was sitting here, and I still have some of my junkier stuff over here to the side, and this has been sitting here, and I've been wanting to use it, so I'm just going to put it on here. It may be a mistake, I don't know, but I figure I might as well practice what I preach and just go for it and do it, because I really want to do it. I really want that on there. So I want to see how I like it. And this one broke off, but it's okay, I can fix that. After the fact, I realized I should have applied the sticker a little differently because it's a larger sticker, but you know, you learn from your mistakes. I managed to get it on there, and it looks fine, and I like that I added it now. Okay. It's on there, and I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I think maybe I should have gotten rid of this, but I like it. So now, and I also didn't get it on there really smooth. was hard to put on because of the size of the sticker. I should have put it on differently, but it's all shaped, you know, weird and everything, so I had a hard time with it, but it's okay. You can barely tell. And I got it smushed down real well. I really like how that looks right there, this part here. So now what I want to do is figure out what to do next, because I don't know. I have no clue. I want to write Trust Your Heart on there somewhere, I think. This is plasticky feeling, so you can't write over it very well, but I definitely want to add a little bit of red. I think I want a red heart on there somewhere. So let me think a second. Okay, I've decided to add some more hearts, and this time I'm going to use Cherry Red by Americana. And I think I want to add, I got to flip this over so I can use this side. Well, I don't have to, but I want to, so this doesn't get in my paint. And I'm going to do, let's see, one right here. Who knows if I'll like this. I'm not even cleaning my sponge off. So again, I'm going to apply the paint with my makeup sponge, and if you're picky about your colors mixing, then I would recommend using separate sponges or cleaning your sponge in between. But I really didn't care on this one. I didn't mind if a little blue mixed in with the red. I think it looked really good when I got done with it. I really like that. I'm going around it with my peel and stick charcoal again, just like the other ones. This is dry enough, I think. So same thing as I did with the big hearts. I'm going around with my charcoal pencil. And then you're going to see me take some matte medium with a brush and seal the charcoal in after I smear it with my fingers a little bit. And I really, you know, when I start these pages, I have no idea how I'm going to do them. I don't pre-plan, and I know maybe some of the videos you watch by different people have this pre-planned step-by-step method, and I love those videos too. I really do. But when I do mine, I think the fun of it for me is trying to figure it out on the fly, sort of with you guys, since you are sort of here with me while you're watching, and not knowing what I'm going to do. It keeps me from, you know, being too precise and trying to figure things out in advance and be too perfect. I like the surprises that I get along the way, so I don't know. I just kind of like that way of doing things. I wrote Trust Your Heart in the red hearts on the side. You see the little dots. Okay, that's all I'm going to do to this page. I said I wanted to keep it simple, and I think that's really simple. I just wrote Trust Your Heart in these hearts over here rather than having a big across the page. And I let the background kind of speak for itself on this one. I like this, the hearts in the background, and I like this little bit down here. I like everything about the background, really. The only thing I think I wish I hadn't done is put these on here, but even that looks okay in one section, but it's just not doing it for me right here, but I think it'll grow on me. Anyway, so that's July. Let's move on ahead and do August. I'm going to dry this a little bit more, and then I'll get started on August, okay? Okay, I've changed my mind. I'm going to take this India ink that I've got sitting here. This is by Liquitex, and it is cerulean blue hue, and I'm going to just put this inside these flowers here, and it's going to be kind of a watercolory look, but it'll be permanent. And this is kind of gunky. I'm just going to put a little bit on my mat here so I can work with it, and let's see what we get. And I am going to dip my brush in water occasionally because I do want it really watery when I put this on. I don't want it full strength. And I've got a rag here, or a towel, and I'll be dabbing it as I put it on because I just want a faint hint of color. So I put this in fast forward, but not too fast, because it was a little bit of a lengthy process to paint all these little flowers in. But I really like how it looked. I love using the India inks. I don't use them enough. I used to play with them more, but I need to get them out and play with them more often because they have brilliant, brilliant colors. They are permanent. They're fun to work with. They're fun to write with. So I need to play with them more. But I brought the camera in, or the zoom in a little bit so you could see close up what I'm doing. And I'm not trying to be perfect and stay in the lines, although I didn't do a half bad job. And get all those flowers painted in. And the more I watch this page after I finished it, the more I enjoy it and like it. And I really like that I left the purple stencil look down there. I don't know, it just really grew on me. So you just never know how things are going to affect you after you finish them. And just give them a try. You can always come back later, and what do I always say? You can always cover it up. That's right, you can cover it up and start all over again. Okay, I really like how that turned out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the Liquitex Sap Green Permanent to do the stems. And I did the same thing. I put a little bit on my mat. You don't need much. This stuff is very strong, goes a long way, and aside from that, I'm not using it full strength. I'm adding water to my brush. And then I'm dabbing up some off the paper, off the page. So let's see how this looks on here. So maybe a little too dark, but maybe after I get it dabbed up, let me water it down some more. May have needed a lighter color. This is going outside the lines just a little bit, but that's okay. Just as long as there's a hint of green, I think we'll be fine. And I've really watered it down. So I added the green into the stems, and I really, really liked it. So I'm sorry, Phoebe, I had to add green. You know that, right? I didn't add too much. I did good this time. Not too much. Anyway, I really like how that turned out, and I think that it added something to it. Okay, I gotta do this. This went so far, I barely put a dot out on my mat. The dot was probably the size of the end of this, and not even that big. Smaller than that. Like the end of a pencil lead, maybe. So I like that. And the other thing I've noticed is there's actually green in this page up here. I'll show you in a second. But I'm going to zoom out a second. I need to change the batteries. Still haven't done it. And I'm going to take the leftover green that I have down here, and it's so little. And I'm going to just try to splatter some on the page, just a few dots, and see if I like it. If not, I'll try to get it up fairly quick. I'm getting mostly water because I watered my brush down so much. Here we go. Alright, I think I'm done now. And I just need to dry it, and then we'll go on to August. But I want to show you a close-up. Make sure that's on. I think I got more of the green paint on the inspiration page. Okay, inspiration page. I used colors that appealed to me. I didn't use any pink, but that's okay. But I did pull in a lot of different blues and the red and a little bit of black. Not a lot. I probably need to bring in more black, but here's my page. Maybe I should bring in some more black. Maybe black speckles is what I need. Let's try that. Got some real liquidy black paint here. Oop, I don't need that much. Oh well. Oh well. And let's yeah, I like the black. Probably will dry kind of grayish, but I still like it. Okay, I'll sign it and we'll call it done. I really wanted this to be a simple page. I didn't want a big production out of this, so let me dry real quick and I'll show you. Okay, I did one more thing off camera. I couldn't help it. I just took a black Posca pen and I just went around these hearts, kind of scribbly, like traced around them a little bit. Not real neat, like I did the charcoal pencil. So there's my page. And there's the inspiration. That's where I drew from. Colors and the saying. Okay, and up close, see the little painty flowers and the stems. All right, let's move on to August. Okay, August, we have pinks and some orangey reds and some yellow and black, some swirls. And that's mine. I really like this area, and I like this area. Wouldn't mind keeping this. I wouldn't mind keeping all of this, actually. You know what I may do? I took out another heart stencil that I had in my book. I have a separate book that has stencils in it that were made from chipboard or cardstock when I was cutting out something from my die cuts. And I have this real heavy board. Hearts. I think I want to leave this like it is. I may be sorry. I may have to change it. And I think I want to add this heart in here. Somewhere. Where do I want to put it? I really wanted to leave the butterfly, but it's going to interfere with the butterfly unless I put it up here. And I don't want to put it up here. I want to put it down here. Or up here, which is going to cover that. Or, you know, I could trace the heart and then cover everything else on the page with a solid color and leave this showing, which I don't really want to do. I really like this. I don't know why, I just do. All right, let me get some paint colors and then I'll think about it and I'll be right back. Okay, I am going to try something and I hope I'm not sorry, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to take my my Posca pen and if I sealed this first, then I'd be able to wipe the Posca pen away quickly if I didn't like it, but I don't think I'm going to take the time. I'm going to put my stencil down here and get this heart kind of in the center, sort of. And trace around it. And this is real rough inside because I've been using these for stenciling for a long time, for probably since I started. So maybe this one's smoother. So I may not get a real smooth heart, and that might be a problem for me, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, let's start right here. And I think I want it thicker. But let's go ahead and do another one. And one more. All right. Now, now I gotta think. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to go around. I know this is predominantly pink in my inspiration page, and I will bring some pink in, but I'm going to go around these hearts with black gesso and just see what happens. And this is Liquitex black colored gesso, it says. Okay, all right, let's get started on this. So here we go, painting around the hearts. And as I said earlier, when I first started this page, I really didn't want to do that. But after I went ahead and put 3 hearts down instead of 1, I thought, well, there's enough of my background left that I'm okay with putting the black all in the background. I did hate losing the butterfly though, but I don't know. He's in a better place now. So, anyway, I paint all around with my black gesso. I like using the black gesso because it has a real matte finish. It's not got any shine to it, and for some reason lately that appeals to me, so I use that. And I'm blocking off my August so that you can still see that it's an August page. And we're going to go back into real time now. Okay, I think this is dry enough. What I want to do now is I'm going to use something I've never used before, so I have no idea how it works, how I will like it. But these were free. VersaChalk had some sort of special or something that said the first 50 people to order these markers got them for free. I mean, nothing else was required. You didn't have to buy anything. I did buy a little bit of chalkboard paper, which I'm not going to use today. I'll play with that another day. But I went ahead and got these. And if I had not gotten the chalkboard paper, they would have been free. Free shipping, free everything. So I thought that was really wonderful. And so I'm going to try them. And you're supposed to... It says that it's ideal for chalkboards, glass, plastic, metal, and more. You get a set of 4 in here, but you can buy them individually, I think. But the special was for the set of 4. Non-toxic, dust-free, water-based. And you're supposed to shake it with the cap on, pointing upright. And then pump it to release the paint to come down, or the ink to come down. And then draw. And it says draws on glass, plastic, metal, glazed ceramics, chalkboards, whiteboards, any non-porous surface. It says that they don't smear when they're dry. Now, that's not saying they're waterproof because they are water-based, but don't smear when dry. That might mean if you touch it. I want to seal it, so I don't know if that'll work. I don't know. We'll see. But I thought I would just play with them and see what I get. So I've shaken it. I'm going to press the cap down until the ink flows into the nib, pumping it. And I see it coming down. Here we go. All right, it's in there. Get it nice and filled. I still see some of the nib showing. Okay. And then I'm just going to draw a couple, some stems and flower leaves on these little hearts here. And I want big chunky leaves. I know I don't have a lot of space, but I still want big chunky leaves and just a regular stem. So let's go ahead and bring our stem down, and they're not lined up perfectly. That's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to use the fat marker and I use the little tip there. I'm going to put it sideways where it's going to give me the whole marker, and I'll make my center leaves first since they're more I've got more space. Okay, and then I'll make some over here. Okay, let's just see how we like this. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll probably fill this in some more later. Maybe I should do it now. Okay, well, it did exactly what I wanted it to do, so that's good. All right, now what I want to play with is, these are Artist Soft Pastels, and they're by Gallery, and they're like a chalk, and they will smear and rub off, so I'll probably seal with my matte medium once I get on there what I want on there. But I'm going to take my brightest pink color, I think this one. I should start off with the lighter one, see if I like it before I do the darker one, right? Oh, well, let's go with the dark. I like the dark. And I'm just going to color in my leaves here. So I like the darker color much better. It stood out a lot better than the lighter color, although both would have been really pretty. I could have done a blend of both of them, but I chose the darker one. All right, and then let's see if the matte medium will help me paint into the black spaces. I kind of like that, though. I may leave it like that. So I'm just going to put out some matte medium, and I'm going to see how I do need to seal these no matter what I do, so, and they will activate, and I probably should spray it, but I don't want to go outside and spray it. I should have gone outside and sprayed anyway, though. I may have to do it again to darken this back up. These chalk pastels are beautiful on black, but if you want to seal them like I like to seal them, the mistake was I should have done it on white. So you'll see in a minute. Okay, definitely took the brightness away, so I definitely should have sprayed it, but we're not done, so let's see what we can get. I'm going to dry this and I'll come back. Okay, that took the color away too much, and I think the reason that I'm not getting the color I want is because the background is black, and I should probably put down white and then put this on top and then do my smearing. Maybe what I'll do is take a little bit of gesso and I will do a little bit of white in the center, and wherever the white is where I'll put the pink. Maybe that'll give me what I want. If not, I'll just paint the whole doggone thing white and we'll do something else. I did like the marker though, and I'll be using that on other stuff. And I've used my chalk pastels before, doing what I did, and I got really good color, but I had a white background, so. Okay, let me dry that. I actually like that too. And I'll be right back. Okay, you know I'm impatient, so it's not completely dry, but I'm going to put my pink back on. And this is probably not white enough. It's actually turned pink because it mixed with this color, which we kind of figured it would do, right? But let me see what happens if I put it on there and just rub it with my finger. That might be enough to seal it. I don't know. I still probably have to put some matte medium on it. This is giving me what I wanted, so that's good. Do you hear Bailey snoring in the background? Okay, let's try this again. I'll use my finger this time. And this is more matte medium. I think that's going to work a little better. So the problem was I didn't have a white background. I kind of figured that would happen, but I was hoping I could get around what I had to do. But I like that. I think that's cute. It's very cute. Okay, now I don't know what else to do. Okay, we're at Glutton for Punishment today because this is Irresistible, and it is by Imagine Crafts, and the color is Angel Pink. And I'm going to try and put this on my page. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I really don't. If you do, it'll be a miracle. But we're going to try it anyway. And I think what I want to do is just put some stuff in the leaves here. It's real visible. I might put it on my hearts. I was going to write around the hearts or inside the hearts, but it's got a very, very, very fine tip. So let's see what we get. If I can get it to come out. Haven't used these in a long time. There we go. See, I don't think you're going to be able to see them, But I think what I might do is make my stem a little more shaggy like this. And my leaves, I'll go around my leaves a little bit more. Okay, and after it dries, you might be able to see it. I don't know. And let's go ahead and write inside the heart just real quick and see. I'm scribbling in the heart, and you do actually get to see it later. Kind of liking it. Then you have to stick this little needle thing back in the hole, and boy, oh boy. Oh, I got it. Huh. When I get to be where I'm at with my eyes and stuff. My eyes are good for most things, but little tiny, tiny, tiny things. All right, that's gonna dry. And I'm going to take my Sharpie marker, I think, and write some white stuff. And then we might be done. I don't know. We'll be right back. Okay, I have to say that this is not as dry as it should be. Because you know I have to say it. Because it's not. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm sitting here thinking, do-de-do-de-do, I want to keep going. I'm going to take my Sharpie poster paint pen, and it's been giving me trouble. I said that the other day in a video because it's getting down to the end, I think, and juice comes out, or the ink comes out much faster. So I'm going to hold it in a very loose way, and I would do this left-handed, except this is not real dry. But I'm going to try to put in some white in the black spaces. I'm going to make words, real words, but you won't be able to read them unless you can read them as I write them. And I'm going to try and make them just fill in without being too full. Okay, so let's do that. The reason I didn't want to use my left hand because it wasn't dry enough is because I have less control with my left hand, and I didn't want to mess up and slip into the heart and hit the wet paint. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Now, I think I'm really liking this page. But I think I want to do something to my hearts, and I don't know what to do to outline them a little bit. That may be dry enough now, I don't know. I kind of think it is. So, I don't really want to outline them, like draw around them, but maybe just white dots around them would be good. So we're going to do one with white dots and see if we like it. And I think we do. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Now the one's already done. Yeah, I think I will. I don't know what we would have done if we hadn't liked it. I guess we would have had to paint it black again and start all over. I don't know. I'm glad we didn't. I want some words in here. Okay, I found these Cosmo Cricket words that I have, and I'm trying to use those up. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. And paint the sky your favorite color could be used. Love the art that's inside you could be used. To the artist, everything is possible could be used. Anything could be used. I could make up something. But I think I want to use love the art that's inside you. And I'm going to have to cut them because it's attached all in one sentence. So, I need my scissors. And of course, they're not over here. They're on the other side. I've got several things going on. Y'all want to see what I'm working on at my table? Let me grab a couple. This is just 2 of them. That's what I'm working on. You'll see what they are when I get done. Let's go ahead and cut these up. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of matte medium down everywhere I put words because I put painty fingers on the back of these, so they're not going to be as sticky as they were. And because I want them to stay down anyway. And I would probably do that anyway, so. Okay. I'm going to let those stay down for a while and then seal on top of them, so give me a second. Okay, I'm going to call this done. I have to sign it, but I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit more. I went ahead and sealed it with the matte medium. I just put a light coat, the Liquitex matte medium. So here's the inspiration page. And I drew from this and created my page. And I'll try to get close so you can see the lines and markings of the writing, the little lines of the little fine liner. I don't know if you can see it in the heart here. There's writing right there and there. Oops. So I like this page. I like how it came out. I enjoyed it. So let's go back and look at July. Here's July's inspiration. And here's my page. I like it. Now that I've worked on this one and I go back, I like it a lot. And then here's August. And there's August's page. Y'all have a great whatever it is, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. So that concludes our July and August calendar pages, and we're all caught up. And the next thing you know, it's going to be September. It's right around the corner. But I feel good being caught up, and I appreciate you all watching. I thank you very much. I appreciate all your kind comments, and those of you who have been with me for a while, thank you. And the new subscribers, welcome. Thank you.